Now,
Recovery doesn't start tomorrow.
calling all angels.
Recovery starts right now. And here to help is Rated R for Recovery.
Calling all you angels. Calling all angels. Calling all you angels.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Rated R for Recovery. Rated R, the number 4, recovery.com. That's our website. Like us on the Facebook. Pass us around to your friends and family, co-workers, neighbors, and alike. And ladies and gentlemen, remember, as always, to go onto YouTube and hit the like and subscribe button under Rated R for Recovery. At that point, either on our website or on the YouTube, you can see all our past shows up there and critique them if you like. Add comments in the comments section, so you're always welcome to do that.
Oh, I want to say this.
Yeah, what?
The Salvation Army
Yes.
listens to us on Friday nights.
Yes, I knew that. Somebody just told me that the other night. I'll be there this coming Friday night, actually. So anyway, not something like, oh, I'm live in person. I'm just going there. Anyway, so
It was Art Vandelay who told us that.
it was it? Okay. God bless Art Vandelay and
Right.
Vandelay Industries, a staunch supporter of the show. JCI Solutions, one of our sponsors. They are painting contractor, both residential and commercial. The Next Step Dual Diagnosis Treatment Center. Brian Edwards, who is a criminal defense attorney. These are, by the way, the sponsors of the show. White Sands Treatment Facility. We also have Shamrock Bail Bonds, in case you get into a jam and you need to bail yourself out. The Phoenix House, and an honorable mention to Celebrate Recovery. But the first and foremost is our biggest sponsor, and our host is Kimmies Recovery Zone. And let's have a nice round of applause for Kimmies Recovery Zone. And not to mention the fact that in all these places I've mentioned, including the police and fire department, you can pick up this box here. Well, this is called Narcan. It's a life-saving concoction that brings people back from the dead, actually. And it's saved millions and millions of lives since the inception. And we want to thank Al Kinkle and his staff for bringing it to the forefront of our community. So anyway, I'm an addict and alcoholic. My name's John.
Hey, John.
And my co-host to my left is...
I'm an alcoholic. My name is Joy. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Joy. Joy? Joy?
Yes.
What is Rated R for Recovery?
We are a recovery-based, faith-driven program bringing hope, healing, and restoration to individuals and families impacted by addiction. Through interviews, sharing information, and entertainment, we strive to be a catalyst for change for all who wish to recover.
Very nice, very nice. So what we do on this show is we have it broken down into a couple of different segments, and this is our first segment, and we'd like to welcome with a rousing round of applause our friend Greg.
Greg,
welcome to the show.
thank you so much. And give you your glasses back.
And, before we do it, I need to not neglect our friend from Canada. Jim, who is listening from Canada, told me before we got on the air tonight that he'd be listening. And my cousin Bonnie from Philadelphia. And our executive producer is also a Philadelphian, and he's a staunch Eagles fan, and that would be Mark S.
All right.
But I don't know where I'm going. Anyway, Greg, where are you from?
Just outside of Philly.
Oh, you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan as well.
Oh, dear.
Most of the time.
Hear that, Mark? He just said most of the time. Anyway, so Greg, so growing up, what was it like in Philadelphia growing up, or where you grew up?
I was outside of Philly. I had 5 brothers, and we did pretty well. I really didn't realize how well we did until, I got clean and I could look back and see how far, like my mom would do just to keep us fed. I went to school. And
When did you start using? You said it wasn't until you got clean and looked back on it. When did you start?
I was blind to most of what really, my perspective changed once I got clean and I could look back. Because I always thought they were on my tail and they wanted what was best for me. And of course, I took it differently.
You had back problems? They were always on your back?
Yes, they were.
It's another Art Vandelay saying. So when did you start mind-altering substances?
We used to get sips of my dad's beer, and we would get as much as you possibly could each time where, okay, I can hear myself
Yeah, you need
echoing.
to talk into the mic, though. Yeah,
And It was right away. All my brothers, we started and we would compete. We'd make that magic mix, a little bit of every bottle, pour
Yeah.
it into one cup that was just horrible. And
What'd you chase it with? Do you remember?
probably puke.
Oh, geez. Okay. We chased it with high C grape juice.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We weren't that smart.
Yeah. But anyway, so the key to that concoction was the biggest number on the bottle.
We didn't know that part.
You didn't know that part either? Gee,
Yeah,
okay.
We'd get ridiculous if we drank as much as you could of that.
Okay. All right. So go ahead. So what happened?
I started getting in trouble right away, of course. I was emancipated when I was 15, where they got me an apartment, and I was a legal adult at 15.
Did they emancipate you, or did you emancipate yourself?
No, I was already gone.
Okay.
You know, I'd run away to Miami and a couple other places, and you couldn't keep, I was so defiant of any kind of authority. And then when they emancipated me, they paid for an apartment. I just turned into a party pad and everything. It was the 70s. Everything was there. And,
What about your brothers? Where are you in the age bracket of?
I'm the second one down. My youngest brother's been sober 15 years.
Nice.
And he's doing okay. And the rest of my family, we were just scattered as far as you possibly could. You know, the geographical change. And
Everyone having
something,
substance abuse?
Something. When my mom passed, we went back up to the funeral, and you could see everybody had something they were like bozo over, you know, completely out of control. Whether it was drinking, drugging, church service, it just, you know, this disease runs through my whole family, and it always has. I remember one of my aunts would come over, and we had to follow her around because she drank the vanilla. And everything going, I don't know. It was just, that was normal. I had no idea my normal had nothing to do with normal.
Pints of
Now,
pints of vanilla.
little bottles of vanilla extract everywhere. Yeah.
Never mind the
Smelled
mouthwash
nice.
in the bathroom.
She smelled nice.
Yeah.
All right, you're emancipated at the age of 15, and who funds the apartment for you?
No, the county.
Really?
Yeah, I had a job where I was driving a forklift somewhere, and I got paid, plus they gave me a stipend, they paid for food, they paid for my apartment, and everybody in the house brought something. And there was a lot of everybody.
Sounds like a good gig.
Yeah, I did like 10 years worth of using in one.
Yeah.
And so how did this progression, how did it progress, and where did it take you?
I ended up in jail. And I ended up in jail again and again, and it just never, sorry. It just continued to get worse, and I never really connected the disease. I always thought maybe I'm drinking too much, or maybe I'm smoking too much, or maybe it's the pills. It was always something other than, you know, it was the same thing the whole time.
Yeah, right.
And I didn't know.
Okay, so and your primary drug of choice was what? More, or was it?
Mostly more.
Okay, and so you go from being emancipated, and were you able to hold it together for a period of time?
I think about 17, I ended up going to prison, and I got out when I was 25.
Okay, so back up a second. You just don't go to prison.
Might as well.
It wasn't like, hey, listen, what am I going to do this way? I know, I'll go to prison. That's what I'll do.
They were cooking in my back bedroom.
Okay, now for the and I know what you mean, and I'm just saying
Cooking meth.
we're going to talk. Yes, to the people that are listening at home, and to the 85-year-old grandmother. If you say you're cooking, you're making homemade chicken soup. That's not what you were doing. What were you making?
They were making meth.
They were making meth and using your apartment and paying you to use the
Oh,
apartment.
yeah. Give
Okay.
me samples.
Okay. Oh, that's what you were doing it for?
Lots
Just
of
the dope?
samples. It was a golf ball size sample.
Okay.
Like,
All right.
sure.
So I get that, because I did everything I did for more of the drug of choice that I did. So I totally get that. So you get raided?
Yes. Somebody got caught and they told. That seems to be the way it always happens. Someone
Exactly.
gets caught for something dumb and turns in everyone they know.
And you were one of those turn-ins?
Yes, I was. And I was on the second floor. I couldn't jump out and run. I couldn't.
Well, it depends how much snow's on the ground, but yes, you're right. So you get raided and you go to jail.
And that was probably the 10th time. The first time I went to jail was in 6th grade. It was I used to deliver newspapers, and I had a route all over the city. I wasn't delivering newspapers, I was delivering weed in the paper, and I always had rubber bands in my pocket, and I would sit in class high as heck, shooting people with them. And the teacher came around behind me and jammed his hand into my pocket, and I had something sharp in there, and it cut his hand. And I got in all kinds of trouble. And I had stuff in the other pocket.
This is sixth grade now. We're backing up
Sixth,
again. So
yes.
you've been like,
Trouble since I started. I was a horrible criminal. I never realized that. I got caught every time I did anything. And, the only
you
one
were a
didn't
criminal,
see it
just not
was
a good
me.
criminal.
Yeah, I was a horrible criminal.
all right. So, all right. And believe me, when those of you that are listening at home or that are here, when we laugh at this type of thing, it's not because it's funny.
It's absurd.
It's because, it's because, well, in that case, yes. It's because we can identify. So these are things that a lot of us have experience with and have experienced, lying, cheating, stealing, breaking the law on a daily basis, which goes hand in hand with drug addiction. And so finally, all these arrests pile up. You're charged with, what are you charged with when the house was raided that time? What's your charge?
Possession, manufacturing, I had a bunch of they pile a pile
Yeah.
on. We made a deal and they did like 2 or 3.
What did you plead out to?
3 5s.
And really?
Running wild, and they ended up running them back together, and I ended up doing the 5.5 because I was terrible when I was in there. I always got in trouble.
So even when you were sent to prison,
I got in trouble.
you got in trouble.
I
What
did.
kind of trouble did you get into in prison?
You're in prison.
I'm just saying, now that not the 85-year-old grandmother might have never been to prison. What kind of stuff did you do
You
in prison?
constantly fought.
You fought?
I did tattoos, which they always got.
They frown on that.
And the sharpened instrument charge. It's just a tattoo needle, doesn't matter.
Doesn't
It could be
matter.
a shank, it could be that. I
Yep.
got so many of them. They ended up giving me administrative segregation. It's 6 months, 6 months, and 6 months, and I did 18 months in the hole. And
Good Lord.
We have trouble following the rules.
yeah,
Don't you?
yes, just a little bit.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah, I don't take suggestions well.
No.
Well, we'll get to
Till
that because
now.
I think you do today.
Till now.
So you get 18 months straight in the hole. Would you explain to the people at home what the hole is?
It's about 6 by 8 with a ceiling you can touch, and you weren't allowed out. You were out for 1 hour every couple days into a yard about the size of a small basketball court, and if you looked way up, like 10 stories up, there was sky.
And you could shower once every couple of days on that same day, correct?
Yeah, but I'd wash in the sink most of the time.
Okay,
'cause,
all right. And you were not in contact with anybody other than the guards?
You could talk to the other people in the other cells, but after a few months, everyone in there's crazy.
Okay.
You didn't want to talk to them.
So now, what happens do you remember your release date?
I don't remember the release, but I know exactly what happened.
Let's hear about that, shall we?
I was on meds. They will give you almost anything you ask for if you shut up. And they would medicate you. And I was detoxing on a bus to New York. I figured New Jersey's my problem. I need to leave. And I can maybe hide in New York because there's so much trouble there. Maybe I'd blend. And hey, I didn't say my thinking was right, but that was my thinking. And I went up and I was working for a place. They'd gone on strike and they paid you to keep people out. So we would taunt the people to come in because we could whoop them as soon as they came over the fence. I just got out of prison. And you could whoop them and throw them back over the fence and they couldn't do anything about it. And that was maybe 6 months.
Sounds like fun.
I was a mess. I started drinking right away, and I remember my one uncle, the one with the wife that was drinking the vanilla.
Vanilla, yeah.
And I asked him, I need help. I don't know what to do. I'm out of answers. And he suggested I come home, and they put me in a detox in Camden, New Jersey. And I got clean. Oh, I remember when it was because I got really upset because I was in detox on St. Patty's Day.
God forbid.
That's a bummer.
Yes, and everyone's Irish that day.
Yes, yes, they are. That's correct.
I can remember that. Most of the other stuff I can't. And I'd started going to meetings, and it was
How old are you about now? Around about what type of year?
mid-20s.
Okay, so a
20s
young man,
was
you're
after
a
I
young
got,
man
like
still.
25.
Okay.
And I went out one night and I came home. We all worked at a gas station up the street from our house, and the bathroom on the side's heated, but the door's never locked because, it was broken. And I went in there and they fixed the door. So I went in one of the cars. We knew the people that owned it and it was okay. And I got in, I shut the door halfway, and I'm snoring, and the light's going on, the light's going off. So the neighbors called the police. The police came, which I knew all the police. And
Of course you did.
I got yanked out of the car, and there was only like 2 cops at a time. And I went through the first 2. I went through a couple more. And eventually, numbers kind of add up, and I ended up back in jail again. I'm reading the green sheets, which most of the time I can't remember why I'm here.
Greg, stop for a second. What do you mean you went through the first 2? What'd you do to them?
I don't remember most of it.
But
They
you
came in 2 at a time.
You fought them 2 at a time.
Yes.
Did they?
They didn't do so well.
Okay. No, and it doesn't actually end up well to fight the police.
Well,
Just
again,
saying.
Yeah.
So what was the result of this encounter? What happened then? Back to prison?
I got bailed. No, I got bailed out, and I started to seriously try and get sober and not drink because I knew I'm tired of waking up not knowing where I am and what I've done, and this is a lifetime of that. As soon as I drink, I black out, and I always have, and I didn't realize that wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah.
I thought everybody blacked out. I started going to meetings, and by the time my trial came up, I was working out in a gym just trying to use up the energy, and when I first got out, I went in the gym, and there were some people just giving me scowls, and they looked like hell. And I didn't realize I'm working out in a cop's gym. I should have known. And
This can't be scripted. Okay, this is amazing. So you just happen to pick the gym where all the police are.
there was a lot of other people.
All right.
But, yeah. So I
Okay.
go to court, and
Yeah.
I'm looking on the other desk, and here's all these guys from the gym like, oh, I'm done. And they stood up and said, we've watched him change. He's been going to meetings, getting sober, really, really doing this. And that was the first time that I had a feeling that there's something behind all this. Well, that was a God moment is what I'll call it now. Back then, I didn't know what it was. I knew it was way beyond. And they gave me probation. I've never once in my life had probation. I went to prison. That's where we go. And it was like dropped after 6 months. And I continued. I ended up, I met somebody. I had some kids and 10 years clean.
Sober the whole time?
Sober, yes.
Really? Good for you.
Clean and sober because I couldn't do drugs either. It does the same thing
So you had 10
for
years.
me. And I went to work and I fell off the building and I woke up in
Oh.
rehab. 2 months later, I was in a coma. And it's kind of hard to think back because everything is. I don't look back much because a lot of it doesn't always make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And doing my 4th step, I was writing stuff and I had to tear up the page like that was crap. That was someone else's story.
Yeah.
Well, hold on now. So you fell off a building,
And I
and
got
you
crippled
damaged yourself so badly that you were in a coma and unconscious for how long?
almost 2 months.
And your family's around you, and
They
this
didn't
is
know where I was. I just had my 2nd son, and she thought I took off. She didn't know. It happened in Philly, and I ended up in Atlantic City in a rehab. And
A hospital rehab.
yeah,
Yeah.
that
Not a
no,
drug and
not
alcohol
that.
rehab.
I didn't remember they had them. Where
Of course, you were sober this time too. You didn't fall off because.
no, I was clean. I had friends. I was going to meetings. I was involved, like really involved. I was a GSR.
Right, and so none of them knew where you were?
No, when I could start talking, they got a hold of people. I didn't have any ID, nothing. I leave everything in the truck.
Oh, okay.
I lost a truck where it doesn't take long to lose something in Philly. Leave it overnight. Anyhow, they had me on all kinds of meds, and they would ask me, is it enough or do you need more? Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, God, I'm an addict. What do you think I answered? And I had to put tape on my fingers. I was scratching my skin off because I was so over-medicated. And I started getting a little bit better where I could walk with a walker and then a forearm crutches.
Hold on. Did they contact your wife and your?
Yes, they found it. It was a couple months in, like
When they found out
4
who he
months
was.
where I was, and I couldn't really talk. I was a mess, and I had to rehab and then get off the drugs. I tried getting off of them, and every time you tell a doctor you want to get off, they give you more. They give you something.
Give something to
different,
take
that's
you off it
stronger.
or something.
No, they didn't have Suboxone or anything. They had methadone, which I knew what that was. It's like, no thanks. And I slowly started to wean myself down, but I was on ridiculous amounts of stuff. And I had patches on my stomach. I was taffies and all stuff that dying people take.
Right.
And I was trading some of them for coke, party favors.
Okay.
In the hospital?
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
was
This
out.
is when
I
you
was
got out.
living at home.
Okay.
Well, I couldn't work,
Yes,
so
sir.
I was selling the stuff because people found out what it was. It
Right.
was early 90s, and that was before any of the pill mills and that stuff. Right? People climbing up the side of my house. I'm on the 3rd floor. They're climbing up the side of my house and banging on the wall. It's like, come on. And they wanted it. But anyway, I went to my pain management where I normally didn't, and I didn't realize is a bad thing to do there.
That's a big tell.
No, I didn't know.
Where's the family? What happened to the wife and the
She
kids?
just went to work. The kids were in school now. This is 10 years. Yeah,
Are you still together?
we were for 25 years now. When I got clean, we had to part. And we actually parted before that, but we were pretty much apart for a while. We lived in the same house, but we were just co-parenting.
Okay.
And we didn't fight. We're two different worlds. I'm living in a drug world, and she's working somewhere else. She's working somewhere, a real good place. And they took me off the meds. Like, oh no, they didn't Suboxone, they didn't downgrade stuff, and all of a sudden now I'm buying pills on the street. And I started couch surfing. I was working and I could afford to buy them, but that's all it was $300 a day going to pills. And life had to stop. A friend of mine was a counselor at a place across from the hospital downtown. And he told me, why don't you give this a try? I was going to meetings. And he said, give this a try. What do you got to lose? So I went and
You're talking about here in Fort Myers?
TLC.
So you went to Dixie Parkway in the first for the first
Yes.
detox, or the
And the
only
rehab.
detox.
And the rehab.
Yes.
And when I got there, I realized I know so much about the chemistry and doing and everything except how to get clean and what happens when you stop. And I had this big black hole of information I didn't have, and I started getting answers, and things kind of stood out that my thinking is all messed up. I got a head full of misinformation that sounds perfect, but it's misinformation, and it would lead me right back the same way. And I had to learn something different. And I was going to a lot of meetings. I went to everybody's meetings, and I would hear things that I'd done, but there's no way you'd ever hear me say I
Right.
did it. And they're laughing about it like we were. The absurdity of some of the stuff we thought was normal. And I realized I wasn't a freak from a time warp. I actually, fit in. I thought I had OCD, all the different alphabets, and now I'm ADD, ICT, and all that fits. Everything. It doesn't always make sense in face, when I'm looking at it, but hindsight, you look back, it's like, oh, I can't believe it, and it's working, and it's working for me of all people. I've been to programs. I've been to a lot of programs.
And was that it?
Huh?
You've been sober ever
I've
since?
been clean since.
What was that date?
April Fool's Day.
Of what year?
2015.
Nice.
I didn't.
So in lieu of time, what's life like for you today?
Simple. All my needs are met. Things are still crazy. They didn't say life was going to be perfect. Like I told you, my wife's in the hospital and she, had a stroke. And I got engaged Sunday and Tuesday. She had a stroke.
What's her first name?
Mine?
Greg.
Her first name.
Alyssa, Alysa.
Alyssa, I just want to keep her in my prayers.
Okay.
Very nice.
Anyway, she's in Gulf Coast Hospital. She's been since then, and they don't know what to do. They've tried a few things, and this is totally, outside their box. Like, oh, no, not again. And
So we need prayers because we don't have answers.
but the easiest way of saying it is I'm blessed, and all that. Have a blessed day is I'm having a blessed life.
Yeah.
And I'm someone that came in here figuring that God turned his back on me. And I really, really believed that when I got here. And again, with the misinformation, and looking back, it's like, oh man, I just started getting sand on my feet. Where the first 3 or 4 years I was reading stuff, and if you asked me what I just read, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I'm like that too.
Yeah, and no, it's all falling into place slowly. And, I got the monkey off my back right away, but it's taken a lot of work to get the circus out of town.
Well, yes, we invited that circus in town for the majority of a lifetime. So
Fed it
the circus,
steroids.
and the circus doesn't leave town overnight.
And who doesn't love a circus?
Well,
You just can't stay there forever.
the circus was fun for a while, then it wasn't, and that's been my experience. Have we left anything out that you wanted to get out at all? Yeah.
Okay,
What?
a God moment. I
Yes.
was working in Naples. We were pulling a table down from a second floor condo. It was like thick as a countertop. It was like 2 inches thick. And we're right by NCH downtown. The guy with me, it was summer, of course, was sweating. His hand slipped off the glass and it broke on the cement steps. And I was a low guy. It took my foot off. It took my foot off right back to the Achilles. And oh yeah. And the blood squirted like 50 feet and 20 feet, then 5 feet, and then I started to black out. And I didn't know it, but the ambulance was right there, right across the street. They ran over. And
It severed your whole foot?
right through the bone and everything. Like a D battery sized chunk of bone knocked out. But they put it back. I was in NCH. That's like the hospital.
That would be
down here.
Naples Community Hospital for those of us.
Yes,
That,
yes.
yes.
Thank you,
So
Naples
through the
Community
grace of
Hospital.
God, you were right outside the door.
And they got me in, they were pumping me full of blood for 4 days. And yeah, they had me in the operating room in like 5 minutes. They ran me right through the door, right up, because you couldn't stop the bleeding, the arteries in between the bones. And he stuck his finger in it. Like, okay, thank you.
Did they save the foot? They put the foot back on?
He's a
walked in
walking.
here. I walked in here.
Yeah, I know that, but it
This
could have
is-
been a bionic foot. I don't know.
Not done yet.
All
Not
right.
done yet.
Sorry.
I
Find this
came
fascinating.
out of the recovery room, and I was pretty looped up on the stuff they knocked me out in.
Sure.
And they started wheeling the morphine pump in. I know what it is. It has a little finger
Yep.
dealy. And they start setting it up, and I sit up. I'm like, what the hell? Because I don't remember what just happened. And a book slid down my chest, and I look at it. It's our Living Clean book.
Aw.
Like, not like our textbook, our Living Clean. I'm like, oh, what the? Tell me that. I wouldn't have remembered. As soon as they put that shit in me, I'd have been
Yep.
done. That book would have meant nothing. And I remember who that was. That was Becky Haddock.
Oh,
And, do you remember her? She died of cancer.
no.
Not like
But
a
she
month later.
came and put that book on you.
Angels all about.
Yeah. Coincidence.
I think not.
Calling all angels.
The things that happen in our lives, sometimes we realize like that, and sometimes they happen without us even realizing that there is a power greater than ourselves out there that loves us just right where we're at. And these things happen over and over again. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes in very small increments, and sometimes in drastic increments, like looking down at my chest and seeing the Living Clean book slide off me as they're trying to fill me with morphine at the same time. So you were able to stop and say, "No, I'm an addict."
And I can't feel my foot. I never needed anything.
Yep. You see, yeah, I get. That's-
Coincidence.
Yes. No, I think not. Like I had nothing. No, I don't even want to compare because nothing's different. Nothing can compare that I've gone through that's cutting my foot off. But I've had different surgeries and things like that where I've not needed pain medication. Anyway, so the foot. How's the foot? Does it work?
Yes, it doesn't lift up. I can point my toes down, but I can't lift it up because I cut them across the front. And it's fine so long as I don't touch it. If you touch it, it feels like you plugged a wire in. And yeah, it's fun. But I just don't touch it.
Well, I'm not touching it.
No, I don't touch
Oh, okay, very good. All
it. I
right.
don't put socks on. I try not to.
I was wondering about that. I was wondering about shoes.
My next question is how do you dress the foot?
Hey, dudes.
My favorite shoe.
Yeah,
My
shorts
favorite
and hey, dude. Welcome
Commercial.
to Florida.
I should have realized. Hey, so there's. You mean you have feeling in the foot,
Underneath.
and that's
But
what and
if
it
you
it
touch,
hurts.
If you touch the incision, it's insane pain. And the top of my foot just feels like there's an inch of wax on it.
And how long ago was this injury? How long ago?
7 years ago, maybe 7 years and a month. 'Cause it
And you
just came
still
up
have
in
that
my
insane
memories.
pain where you touch the
But
incision.
it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt ever. And unless I do that.
Unless you touch the, okay, all right.
If you go get a pedicure, you wish you didn't.
Well, I probably wouldn't get a pedicure.
Nah, it's-
Anyway, it's just me, though. All right, anyway, so we're, in lieu of, I guess, and is there anything else that you wanted to
We
say?
should leave it go.
Well,
I'm so glad that there's more.
I
of
think
me
you're an
around.
awesome guest, by the way.
Yeah, I'm so glad there's more of us around because I thought I was alone.
You're not alone.
Yeah, I know that now. I really know that now.
I was attracted to you, not in a weird way, but I was attracted to you when I first I came in here on a Sunday to a meeting, and it was just a love at first sight.
Well, me not so much, but I am now.
There you go. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, give Greg a nice round of applause. What a wonderful, thank you very much.
Yay, me.
And please, if we're ever someplace and I go anywhere near your foot, warn me to stay away from the foot. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back with one of our segments called Kimmies Recovery Zone, founded and by the founder of Kimmies Corner by Kimmies Recovery Zone, if I can talk, and Al Kinkle will be hosting that portion of the show. We'll be right back after this.
Struggling with life's challenges? At The Next Step, we're here to guide you to a brighter tomorrow. Whether it's counseling, recovery support, or simply finding hope, we provide the tools and community to help you rise. Take the first step toward healing today. Visit thenextstep.org and discover how we can support your journey to wellness. Remember, every step forward is a step toward a better you. The Next Step, your path to hope, starts here. With offices in Fort Myers and Naples, 844-639-8371.
Have you been charged with a crime? You could face serious penalties for conviction, and it is vitally important that you have skilled legal assistance on your side during this time. Call Brian L. Edwards, Esquire, Attorney at Law today. 888-512-6254. Results matter. With a track record of success, our methods are tried and true. Mistakes happen, but we can help. Brian L. Edwards, Esquire, Attorney at Law. Visit FortMyersCriminalLawFirm.com or call 888-512-6254.
Feeling trapped in addiction? White Sands Treatment Center offers more than just detox. We build lasting recovery. With 3 inpatient and 18 outpatient locations located throughout Florida, we offer services from medically supervised detox to inpatient, outpatient, and sober living programs. Our services include individual therapy, family therapy, life skills, and small group sizes. Our amenities include yoga and massage therapy with recreational activities, including gyms, pools, and spa. Newsweek has named White Sands one of America's best addiction treatment centers 5 years in a row. You deserve quality care in a safe, supportive setting. Call White Sands Helpline at 833-423-2338 or visit whitesandstreatment.com and start your recovery journey today.
Welcome to Holy Spark. At Holy Spark, we bring power and reliability to every job. From panel upgrades and EV chargers to lighting installations and troubleshooting, we're dedicated to keeping your home and business running safely and efficiently. With expert craftsmanship, honest service, and free estimates, you can count on us to deliver electrical solutions that shine bright. Contact us today at holy-spark.net or call 239-789-6832.
Not everyone has the luck of the Irish. If a friend or family member is in trouble, call Shamrock Bell Bonds. Put our number into your phone, 239-332-2245, 239-332-2245, or go online at gobailmeout.com. Shamrock Bell Bonds provides fast, reliable service. Shamrock Bell Bonds, 1528 Broadway, downtown Fort Myers. Look for the Shamrock, and maybe luck will be on your side.
Hello, I'm Michael Manzi, owner of JCI Solutions, 239-672-2673. When starting this company 3 years ago, I had no clue that we would grow to what we have become. There is one thing I can say that we have done from the beginning is take pride in our work, making sure every customer we do work for is satisfied from beginning to end. Offering residential painting all the way to commercial painting with jobs done in a timely manner, with highly skilled professionals giving you top-of-the-line work. To help you create your new look, call JCI Solutions, 239-672-2673.
Struggling with addiction? You're not alone. At Phoenix House Project, we believe in second chances and brighter tomorrows. Our proven programs offer support, hope, and tools to rebuild your life. With expert care and a community that understands, transformation starts here. It's time to rise, reclaim your life, and become the best version of yourself. Visit phoenixhouseproject.squarespace.com today or call 239-244-7876. The journey to recovery begins with sober living. Phoenix House Project, where hope takes flight.
Kimmies Recovery Zone, where hope meets action. We're here to guide the journey from treatment to thriving, healthy living. With peer support, public education, and vital resources like housing, employment, and Narcan training, we're building stronger communities. Ready to make an impact? Together, we're creating a network of recovery, resilience, and renewed lives. Kimmies Recovery Zone, your hub for healing and hope. Visit us online today at kimmiesrecoveryzone.org. It's not how we survive, it's how we thrive.
When children have to play inside so they don't disappear.
Welcome back to Rated R for Recovery.
Calling all angels.
Welcome back, everybody, to Rated R for Recovery, ratedrforrecovery.com. And like I always say, turn your phones off when you're
Phones are ringing, lights are flashing.
That's my phone ringing.
Where's Al?
Ladies and gentlemen, this portion of the show is brought to you by Kimmies Recovery Zone. They're also the host location for our show. Kimmies Recovery Zone was founded by a gentleman named Al Kenkel, and we call this segment of the show Kimmy's Corner. Al's guest is a good friend of the show's and a good friend of all of ours, but I'll let Al do the introductions. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, please welcome the chairman, the founder, the creator of Kimmy's Recovery Zone, Al Kenkel.
Well, hello, everybody. Hello. It's good to have everybody here, and good to have some people listening tonight. And tonight was exciting. What a guest we had earlier. And it was quite a story, and hopefully that story will change a lot of people's lives tonight. Anyway, we have a wonderful guest tonight. We have Sue down there smiling. She's not a guest, but she's smiling, and I like it.
Yeah.
And then we have with us tonight Lance Franklin, and Lance is a friend of Kimmies Zone for many, many years, one of the founders. And we wanted to bring him on because he has so much knowledge and it's been so helpful to this community. We wanted to bring him on tonight to feature him, to get some of his good messaging that he has. So, Lance, how are you?
How you doing, buddy? Good.
Good to
Good
see
to be
you.
here. I appreciate you having me tonight.
We love it. So, Lance, you have a dynamic background and business development and outreach in the community. So can you share what first inspired you to go into this area of life and saving lives? We love it.
Man, 2013, had a spiritual experience happen to me, and I realized that I needed to make some serious changes in my life, and that led me to a church, which ultimately led me to the rooms of AA. And I was able to meet some amazing people that work in the behavioral health industry. And after I got some sobriety, they gave me an opportunity. And so that's how I got in the field.
Okay, I love it. And your background certainly does help you in helping other people, understanding what they're going through, and you've been there and you understand it real well. So your marketing, your outreach, and your clinical partnership work, how has the combination shaped the way you support individuals struggling with substance use abuse and mental health?
With all that, so when I first got in the field, I worked for a small intensive outpatient program with housing, and there wasn't a lot of staff. So I pretty much had to learn every aspect of the industry. Working for that, organization, it was, utilization review, admissions, outreach, discharge planning, all that. So I really got a good taste of, the whole picture of behavioral health working there, and that's kind of how I. And being around like a new industry was new for me, and I just was super excited to have the opportunity to be able to help somebody. Because when I came in, like I didn't know where to go, I didn't know what to do, and that's kind of what pushed me to get into the field and try to help guide people to help improve their lives.
So so that led you to the role at Arcadia, and you handled inquiry calls, incredible compassion, and very objective. How do you stay grounded emotionally while supporting people in crisis every day? What is your role now at Banyan?
So yeah, I work for Banyan Treatment Centers. I'm the business development rep for the Southwest Florida region, Sarasota, south to Marco. So I have like the best territory in the country, if you ask me. I mean, it really is a beautiful territory to be able to work and help people. But no, I mean, I just got super lucky, to be honest. I was at the right place at the right time. And I was able to connect with the right people to, learn. They gave me opportunity to learn because I really knew nothing about it. I was a guy a year sober, and they gave me an opportunity, and I was able to work with some of the most amazing people in the community, and I was just able to help touch more people. And that's how I got connected to you guys, many, many years ago. So just really grateful for that.
And Banyan, now that you're with Banyan, can you explain a little more about Banyan? How far is their reach? I don't have a whole lot of information on my side of the fence, but I'm sure you can tell us a little bit more about Banyan.
Yeah, Banyan started in 2013 in Pompano Beach. Actually, just one sober home is how it started. And then they grew to like a small PHP. And now we have 18 programs in multiple states: Texas, California, Colorado, Illinois, Massachusetts. And now we have 7 in Florida.
Nice.
So yeah, and most of them are duly licensed for mental health and substance use. So even if an individual doesn't have a substance use problem and they're dealing with like schizophrenia, bipolar, PTSD, trauma, we have really great clinicians that can help with that.
Okay, well, you're working now with Banyan. That makes your reach a little bit stronger in different areas of the country, basically. And what's strong collaboration mean to you? What's that look like when we like to brag about how in Lee County we collaborate better than anybody, I think. Everybody works together. And how do you promote that within the dynamics of what you do?
Well, it's unique on this side. Southwest Florida is very unique compared to South Florida. We have the collaboration here is amazing. Everybody works together to help everybody. It's not like a cutthroat industry like it is in South Florida. So there's a lot of compassion and love in this area. Everyone, gets along for the most part, and everyone kind of supports everybody. But watching Kimmies grow from what it was in 2017 when we first started it to where it is today is like amazing. I mean, true collaboration is happening right here in this room. And really it should be a model for everybody else in the community because to watch this turn into the hub for behavioral health is absolutely amazing. And your courageous approach to behavioral health in this community, Al, is inspirational. So, you know how much I love you. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Well, and for what I've heard, just from listening over the past year, it seems to be more of you all have learned that it doesn't work unless we all work together, and that the what you called cutthroat or trying to keep your own thing going, despite everybody else, just doesn't help anybody.
No, you're exactly right. And I think we found that out right in the beginning. As soon as we started here in Lee County, we started to, work together, started talking together a little bit more. And now today, like I say, I don't think there's any place like this that works together. From the biggest to the smallest, we all work together. And it seems like we really care for each other. And I think there's a lot of heart and soul that goes into what happens here in Lee County. We really, really care about each other, and we care about the people we serve, because basically we work for the people, for the staff we work for, and we work for the people in Lee County and in this community. So, and that makes me feel real proud that everybody that I'm associated with, unless I don't know them well, but I think I do, is really working from their heart. So I feel blessed that what's happening here in Lee County. Can't say it enough. Okay, so your partnerships with all the organizations and down here, NCH, Hazleton, Betty Ford, Physicians Regional, David Lawrence, FGCU. How did you build these relationships, and what makes your partnerships successful with them? Is that when you're doing the outreach, I'm sure there's a lot of dynamics to go on there. How do you keep engaged with so many different partners that you work with? That's a big, big map that you're on.
Yeah, I mean, really make it simple. I mean, I just show up, suit up and show up everywhere. And when people call me, I answer my phone. And if I don't answer, I call them right back. I mean, that's the basics of it. I mean, because in this industry and a lot of industries, people don't even call anybody back. So I get, I'm responsive and I show up and I don't let people down. When I say I'm going to do something, I do it. And that's really the basics of, marketing and just,
It's one of the basics of recovery.
Yeah, and the recovery as well. I mean, just showing up and being there for people when they need you is the key.
Keep the word, man. Keep the word, and I think Sue, you said it in recovery too. That's you have to be very honest and very forthright, and you can't be BSing somebody or it's not going to work.
And that doesn't mean that you can't say no. It just means that if you say you're going to do something, do it or get somebody else to do it.
Right.
Get her done.
Exactly. And when you're consistent, that's when you start building really quality relationships with people because they can trust you.
Okay. I think that's the hit it right on the nail on the head there. And if we look around, especially you're around with a lot of places, so are we, and we have a feeling of what's missing in the community. But I'd like to hear from you. What do you think's missing from the community, and what's some of the real needs that we need? And of course, we know by working together, that's one of them. But from your perspective, what's missing? What would you like to see here in the community? More development, more homeless.
I mean, honestly, the biggest hole we have is for primary mental health. For those clients that are like discharging out of like a primary mental health residential program, we don't have a lot for primary mental health housing. I mean, we have Castle, but they're limited. They're on wait list. We don't have we have great sober homes here. And great primary SUD programs for substance use disorder, but those folks with the primary mental health diagnosis, we don't have a lot of housing for that. So it's a huge hole that needs to be filled in this community.
Yeah, and Castle, we work with Castle a lot, and they do a great job. We need more Castles.
Yes.
What do they do? You're talking about them, but what is it they do actually?
Community assisted supported living. They provide housing and support for those struggling with mental health issues.
Yeah, and when we talk about housing, we can't forget about the homeless. Lance and I worked a lot together, so with the homeless, and we've been visiting them from time to time just to support them. And there's not a whole lot to do. I mean, once you go there and you support them and help them and try to encourage them, and we are proud of the fact here that we do have one of our peers that was homeless, and when we found him, he spent 2 years in St. Matthew's House, and now he's working for us, Mr. Pedro. And
nice.
What a dynamic human being, dynamic speaker, dynamic soul. And he was homeless, and when we met, I had all the hope in the world of him, and he had all the hope in the world, and he believed in himself. We can believe in him all we want, but he believed in himself, and he took that big dive and became a peer specialist here with us. And now he's in recovery, and he's doing a great job. I'm so proud of him, and so proud of working in the homeless communities. But really, I wonder if there's a way that we're working with the Homeless Coalition, of course, and I think I'm talking about a lot because that's one of the spots with sooner or later that we have to really figure out some things. But we're working on that, and certainly the community are working together on that.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of work to be done. I mean, there needs to be a place for those folks and people with Medicare to go besides a psychiatric hospital, and we just don't have a lot of resources for that for those individuals with the mental health issues out in the camps. I mean, they might not meet Baker Act criteria, so it's like, where do they go? You
Right.
know, I mean, Salus Care and, you know, other hospital settings are the only thing that really takes them. We need more. We need more wraparound services for
Well,
that population.
that's all in the works of a lot of minds here in Lee County, and they're going to come up with the answers, and they're working feverishly. I happen to have a privilege to work with a lot of them, and they're really working on some things that will work out sooner or later. But we just hope that it's pretty quick. You know, I was running around the neighborhood just yesterday and met a few different people that were still out in the environment, and it just hurts my heart to see that. But you know, right now we can't do too much about it, but we're going to, I'm sure.
Can I mention CPE?
Sure,
It-
absolutely. So I love CPE. Go ahead.
Well,
You mentioned it.
well, I wanted you to talk about it, but I just in talking about wraparound services, the Center for Progressive Excellence that you can call will help you keep from being Baker acted, and will is also an outreach to help you find services. But we're talking about having those services defined,
Yeah,
and that
it's a-
there are some, but we need more.
That's a great resource. It's a great resource. Yeah, the mobile crisis response team.
Mm-hmm.
You can call them before you call anybody else. You know,
Yeah, the mobile
great
response.
clinicians that can come out to you.
They're great, and she was here last week, I think,
Can you reach them through 211? If you call 211?
I think
Okay.
it's, yeah,
'Cause
211.
Yeah.
I didn't want to talk about them without
Yeah.
Plugging it.
giving,
yeah.
yeah.
And then what we'd like to hear from them, the sheriff's departments are working with them hand in hand, the first responders. So everybody, like I say, is working together to handle some of those issues too. The Baker Acts, which we all understand that they're really tough. It's really hard to handle for the person. And after the person's done with that initial Baker Act, they have to go through a lot to get rid of that experience. But they're doing the best they can at this moment in time. And how do you balance the side of treatment placement with the human side of helping people in the darkest moments? How do you balance that? What do you do?
I mean, that's a struggle. I mean, it's something you got to work on every day, and I think everybody kind of struggles with that. But I mean, for me, I have to just, you know, kind of set my own priorities aside that kind of help me unwind. You know, I have to, you know, follow my own self-care goals to take care of myself. You know, I can go to the gym, go play golf, do things like that. You know, and try to give back, you know, outside of my work time. You know, and separate my work from my own recovery. So it's kind of a challenge that we all kind of go through working in the field.
Can I tell a story?
Yeah, please.
Sure.
So last night I admitted a young man who then saw somebody that had been in treatment with him the night before, and he said, I just met so-and-so, and he told me that a friend of ours had died. He had found her dead in the shower, and he was very upset about that. And I said, well, you know, when we work in recovery, people die every day. You know, we can laugh and we can talk about recovery, and we bring people up here who have a significant amount of time in recovery, and that's wonderful. But people die every single day. And so I told him, I didn't know, you know, we do self-care, we talk with each other, we have accountability partners and sponsors and meetings and mental health if we need it. But basically, I told him the starfish story. You know the starfish story? There's a little girl on a beach, and the starfish had all washed up, and they were just all dying there. And she's picking them up and throwing them in the ocean one at a time. And a guy comes up to her, and he's like, what are you doing? You know, you can't even make a dent in this. And she said, well, it matters to that one. It matters to that one. And that's what we do here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sue. That's very nice. Appreciate that. All right, so you've worked independently and as a team, and what environment helps you thrive the most? And I guess I'm going to throw my little 2 cents in is we love working by teams, but come on.
I mean, you know me. I
Get 'em,
got
buddy.
to be around a lot of positive energy myself. I got to be around like-minded individuals.
Yeah.
You know, like yourself and this lady right here. You know, when you surround yourself with people that have the same goal and same purpose as you, you know, that's what keeps me going with a lot of positive energy. You know, it's the only way I keep rolling.
Yeah.
And that's why you see me in these rooms a lot. You see me over here all the time. You know, I thrive off it.
That's why we roll together, man.
That's
We're all
right.
pretty
You're not just
positive
loitering
about it.
around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more behind it.
Yeah, and you know, the tough side is trying to help people sometimes when there's resistance and all that. But the real positive side of it is when we ring that bell and turn on the light for somebody. That takes it all up, man.
That's the juice.
It makes it real easy after that.
Yeah, and we see that every day, Al.
Yeah.
We get to see that every day.
Oh, yeah.
It keeps us going.
Yeah, and I'm just telling you what's going on now. We see more than ever, and it's just a blessing, such a blessing, and it's the people that work in this industry that are blessings to us and to everybody else that they work with. So now you're a dad, and being part and shaped the way you look at addiction, trauma, and recovery. You know, that conversation would be interesting to hear that from you now that you're a dad, and you're a husband, father, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that changed everything for me. Yeah, it changed everything. I mean, when I had a child, you know, I think it was one, and I was still doing the same old craziness, you know, and I had a spiritual experience that happened to me when he was 1 year old, and thank God it happened when it happened, because that's what, you know, got me into the rooms and got me, my brain thinking, you know, there's another way to live. There's another way to, I don't want to be a statistic and read about myself, you know, going back to jail and watching my son grow up traumatized over that. I mean, that was my motivation to want to change my life and be a better person, a better father, better, you know, dad and husband. And thank God, you know, that's what pushed me. And once I got in the rooms and started meeting people, I'm like, wait a minute, this is like real. This is authentic. All the other relationships I had were all, you know, I don't even know what they were.
Superficial.
Yeah, 100%. And so once you know, I found my purpose in life to get sober, and then, you know, everything just kind of fell into place. Then God provided the rest, and here we are. You know, I'm just super grateful.
Well, I know I check on you every day. You're a good daddy and a good hubby, so that we know for sure, man. And you're a positive friend in my life, and you've helped me a lot too. So I'm a testament to some of your abilities to change people's lives. So thank you, Lance. I appreciate it.
I love you, buddy.
Okay, so I know that you like to do other things to keep in shape, and I know you're a real low handicap. Like you're about a 40. No.
I got a lot of work to do.
So you're a good golfer. I know that. I know you like to golf and love to golf, and you're out there with Mr. Brady and a lot of golfing and having some fun and fishing. You enjoy that, and the gym. You're in there all the time. So.
Yeah, that's what keeps my head right too. You know, I mean, it's all about, you know, I've learned how to tap into my own brain chemicals through physical activity.
Okay.
So, I mean, I get my own endorphin rush and my own high off my own brain chemicals now. You just have to work really hard to get there, but it works for me, you know. So I try to encourage people to, you know, move. You just got to move a little bit and
move a muscle, change a thought.
Thank you, Sue. That's so true.
Keep moving, baby.
So true.
Hi, John.
It definitely saved me and saves me every day. You know?
Well, I think you're on the right track, because for me, too, about 35 years old is when I found the physical fitness aspect of keeping me out of life's troubles. So that helped me a lot. Yeah, you did? Good for you. Good for you.
It wasn't pretty either.
Well, nothing's pretty when we get older, but it's nice to do. It's fun. I love it. But I got another little question here. What advice would you give someone wanting to enter your field? Because I think some of your advice might tempt people to come into the field, and that's what we want. We want more people. We're short all over the world of people, good, talented people, and in here, part of the resume should say, I have a big heart and a big soul, and I love everybody. So go right ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fun field. It's great. I mean, but really the main thing you have to like be successful long term is and I've learned the hard way, because I didn't have them, but boundaries. I mean, you got to have boundaries. Without that, it's like you lose yourself. You know, in the first couple of years I worked in the industry, we joke we work 8 days a week, 25 hours a day, and that was exactly true. And you kind of burn the candle, you know, so it gets dangerous after a while, because you get caught up.
Sure.
Next thing you know, it's 3 years, it's gone, and you're burnt, you know.
Right. Exactly.
So we've learned the hard way through that.
Oh, yeah. A big problem with me is boundaries.
Yeah.
I have been chastised by it at my job, my previous job, my current job, and I tend to have a built-in forgetter when it comes to certain things. And my boss said to me one day, she said, you're so used to being in a 12-step meeting and going any lengths to help somebody.
Right.
But I work at a dual diagnosis treatment center now, and it's a wonderful job, best job I ever had. But you can't. I gotta know how to separate things, and for it took. I've been there almost 2 years now, and it's just starting to click. I mean, I came very close to losing my job a couple of times because of the boundaries, breaking the boundaries. Yeah. And I'm not talking about men and women type thing. I'm just talking about in general giving people rides, trying to buy something for somebody that doesn't have a pair of shoes. Yeah, and I'll save the rest of it because I'm not going to comment any further on it.
Yeah. No, I mean it takes a lot of trial and error. I mean, it takes a lot of failure.
It was a lot of trial and error, and luckily my boss gave me the grace to go through this. So we're going to take a break. Al, do we have anything more?
Well, I did really want to say this real quick, if you don't mind.
We don't mind at all.
We had, and I lost that, but at any rate, we just so everybody knows. Kits of Narcan distributed 17,444. Individuals served here at Kimmies Zone, 11,754. 144 referrals to SUD, MHD, and MAT treatment programs.
Awesome.
And 30 certified recovery peer specialists right here at Kimmies Zone. So thank you so much.
You know, we're gonna take a break, and I've got a real special announcement to make when we come back from commercial break, because recovery, as we say, comes in all different shapes, sizes, and forms. And I read this today, put up by a friend of mine that sent it to me, and it brought tears to my eyes. So I'm going to collect myself. We're going to take a commercial break, and we're going to be right back to hear the tremendous music of Bruce Gallant. You're listening to Rated R for Recovery, Kimmy's Corner, and RatedRforRecovery.com. We'll be right back.
Struggling with life's challenges? At the Next Step, we're here to guide you to a brighter tomorrow. Whether it's counseling, recovery support, or simply finding hope, we provide the tools and community to help you rise. Take the first step toward healing today. Visit thenextstep.org and discover how we can support your journey to wellness. Remember, every step forward is a step toward a better you. The Next Step, your path to hope, starts here. With offices in Fort Myers and Naples, 844-639-8371.
Have you been charged with a crime? You could face serious penalties for conviction, and it is vitally important that you have skilled legal assistance on your side during this time. Call Brian L. Edwards, Esquire, Attorney at Law today. 888-512-6254. Results matter. With a track record of success, our methods are tried and true. Mistakes happen, but we can help. Brian L. Edwards, Esquire, Attorney at Law. Visit FortMyersCriminalLawFirm.com or call 888-512-6254.
Feeling trapped in addiction? White Sands Treatment Center offers more than just detox. We build lasting recovery. With 3 inpatient and 18 outpatient locations located throughout Florida, we offer services from medically supervised detox to inpatient, outpatient, and sober living programs. Our services include individual therapy, family therapy, life skills, and small group sizes. Our amenities include yoga and massage therapy with recreational activities, including gyms, pools, and spa. Newsweek has named White Sands one of America's best addiction treatment centers 5 years in a row. You deserve quality care in a safe, supportive setting. Call White Sands Helpline at 833-423-2338 or visit whitesandstreatment.com and start your recovery journey today.
Welcome to Holy Spark. At Holy Spark, we bring power and reliability to every job. From panel upgrades and EV chargers to lighting installations and troubleshooting, we're dedicated to keeping your home and business running safely and efficiently. With expert craftsmanship, honest service, and free estimates, you can count on us to deliver electrical solutions that shine bright. Contact us today at holy-spark.net or call 239-789-6832.
Not everyone has the luck of the Irish. If a friend or family member is in trouble, call Call Shamrock Bell Bonds. Put our number into your phone, 239-332-2245, 239-332-2245, or go online at gobailmeout.com. Shamrock Bell Bonds provides fast, reliable service. Shamrock Bell Bonds, 1528 Broadway, downtown Fort Myers. Look for the Shamrock, and maybe luck will be on your side.
Hello, I'm Michael Manzi, owner of JCI Solutions, 239-672-2673. When starting this company 3 years ago, I had no clue that we would grow to what we have become. There is one thing I can say that we have done from the beginning is take pride in our work, making sure every customer we do work for is satisfied from beginning to end. Offering residential painting all the way to commercial painting with jobs done in a timely manner, with highly skilled professionals giving you top-of-the-line work. To help you create your new look, call JCI Solutions, 239-672-2673.
Struggling with addiction? You're not alone. At Phoenix House Project, we believe in second chances and brighter tomorrows. Our proven programs offer support, hope, and tools to rebuild your life. With expert care and a community that understands, transformation starts here. It's time to rise, reclaim your life, and become the best version of yourself. Visit phoenixhouseproject.squarespace.com today or call 239-244-7876. The journey to recovery begins with sober living. Phoenix House Project, where hope takes flight.
Kimmies Recovery Zone, where hope meets action. We're here to guide the journey from treatment to thriving, healthy living. With peer support, public education, and vital resources like housing, employment, and Narcan training, we're building stronger communities. Ready to make an impact? Together, we're creating a network of recovery, resilience, and renewed lives. Kimmies Recovery Zone, your hub for healing and hope. Visit us online today at kimmiesrecoveryzone.org. It's not how we survive, it's how we thrive.
When children have to play inside so they don't disappear.
Welcome back to Rated R for Recovery.
At this point of the show, ladies and gentlemen, we usually go right to our musical guest. But there's something, and Al, you're going to love this.
I will. I know that.
Recovery comes in all different shapes and sizes, and we've talked about recovery from drugs and alcohol. We've talked about recovery from trauma and grief. And here's something that was brought to my attention by our friend Victoria Garrett. 122 children recovered in Florida's largest child rescue operation ever. This operation was called Home for the Holidays. And so children between the ages of, Operation Home for the Holidays has resulted in the recovery of 122 missing kids that were endangered, now considered the largest child recovery mission of all time. Children between the ages of 2 and 17, many of whom were reported as missing, were brought to safety. Officials say that many had endured unspeakable victimization before being found. This initiative was a 2-week, multi-agency effort focused entirely on locating vulnerable children and removing them from dangerous situations of human trafficking. While most were found within Florida, the search stretched across state lines and even international borders. Children were located in Tampa, Orlando, Jacksonville, Fort Myers, and other cities across the United States, Mexico and Guatemala as well. Alongside this rescue efforts, 6 adults were arrested on charges ranging from lewd and lascivious acts to multiple counts of sexual battery. Authorities say that more arrests are expected. Ongoing investigations will continue. This historic operation represents 122 young lives removed from harm and the ongoing commitment to pursue anyone who exploits or endangers children. I think one of the most unforgivable things is crimes against little kids. They're innocent little lives. And how the thought process can even begin how you would want to harm a little person. And I just wanted to, I'm thinking in the future as we close out the show, and I want you to know something to everybody listening at home, that Rated R for Recovery doesn't have to be 60 minutes. It doesn't have to be 45 minutes. It could be an hour and a half, because YouTube, and thankfully for Jennifer Thomas and Podcast Playground, it can be as long or as short as we want to make it. And it's as simple as that. So if there's something to say, and Al, this includes you and the staff at Kimmies Recovery Zone, if there's something to say, we need to say it. Your thoughts?
Number one, thank you for bringing that to our attention, because that's near and dear to everybody's heart, I would believe, and especially a lot of us that saw it up close and experienced it. So, John, thanks for bringing that up. And, we can't say enough about it. We don't say enough about it, and we should. And maybe going forward, more people will open that door so we can bring in the light. So just like I was just going to say, you are called to bring light where there is darkness, and to lead with love where there is pain. Love is the answer. It's always been the answer, and it always will be. So go out there, spread compassion, lift others up, and never underestimate the power of caring soul to change a life. Kim's light shines through the message, and now through each of you. So everyone that's listening, I always believe that Kim does shine a light on us, and now it's shining on you. If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, mental health challenges, please remember you're not alone, and help is available. At Kimmies Zone, we believe every life is worth saving, every soul deserves love, dignity, and a second chance. We're here to offer hope, peer support, and the tools for recovery. Thank you, everybody.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you need to get a hold of Kimmies Recovery Zone and contact them, there's a link on our website, ratedrforrecovery.com. Al, what's the website directly to Kimmies?
KimmiesRecoveryZone.org.
Very good. And without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the last segment of our show is always somewhat entertaining, and tonight's no exception. Ladies and gentlemen, the impeccable music style of Bruce Gallant.
Yeah, Bruce! Yeah, Bruce!
Check.
Everything's
all ready to go? Well, I got suggested a couple of songs, so this is what I'll do. Here's an Elvis thing for you. Well, it's a 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready. Now go, cat, go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoe. You can do anything off my blue suede shoe. You can knock me down, step on my face, smear my name all over the place. Do anything you wanna do, honey, lay off of my shoes, and don't you step on my blue suede shoe. You can do anything off my blue suede shoe. Ooh. Oh yeah. Walla 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 walla. You can burn my house, steal my car, drink my liquor from an old fruit jar. Do anything you wanna do, honey, lay off of my shoes, and don't you step on my blue suede shoes. You can do anything, lay off of my blue suede shoes. Come on, everybody now. Blue suede shoes. Blue suede shoes. Come on. Blue suede shoes. Yeah. Blue suede shoes. You can do anything, lay off of my blue suede shoes. Thank you. I was going to do an original song of my own, because you can't do anything in life if you don't believe in yourself. So it's called I Do Believe. Yeah, I do believe there's always a chance for me. Yeah, I do believe still a little light I see. Oh yeah. Oh, I do believe still sometimes a dream. Oh, I do believe, oh yeah, well I believe in me. Oh, I do believe there's always time for love. Oh, I do believe there is a God above looking down on you and me. Oh, I do believe in all these things I'm singing of. Oh, I do believe, oh yeah, well I believe in love. Oh yeah. Well, all my life I have been searching something to believe. Oh, then I found out that it's always been here inside of me. Oh, I do believe, oh yeah, well I believe in me. My life I have been searching something to believe. Oh, then I found out that it's always been here inside of me. Oh yeah. Oh, I do believe. Oh yeah, well I believe in me. Oh, I do believe. Everybody's got a soul. Oh yeah. Yeah, I do believe there's just too much that we don't know. Oh, I do believe that this whole world's out of control. Yeah. Oh, I do believe everybody's got a soul, yeah. Well, all my life I have been searching something to believe. And then I found out that it's always been here inside of me. Oh, I do believe, oh yeah, well I believe in me. You know that I believe, I truly do believe. Thank you.
Thanks for coming and watching, and remember, subscribe on the YouTube channel. That's the little button that says like, and then you hit the subscribe button. Like us on the Facebook, pass us around. We'll see you next week. And speaking of next week, the first guest next week is the gentleman that Al was referring to, and that would be our friend Pedro. That'll be next week right here, Rated R for Recovery, ratedrforrecovery.com. Good night.